really fun interview today. So Oscar is with us today, and he does these really cool things called fuzzy figures. Let me tell you, they are amazing. They are these little action figures, and they're made out of pipe cleaners. Like, how cool is that? Like, I would never think to make an action figure out of something that cool. And a little bit of backstory. So our son in New Jersey actually commissioned him to do some of our original characters. I want to say like 6, 7 years ago. And now, like, it's a cool thing. And he has a Facebook page, which you should definitely check the description below for his information. And these are 100% handmade. They're awesome. So, Oscar, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Having it's fun.
Awesome. So I wanted to show off a little bit some of the original characters that we got done by him, and I will show you just how awesome they are. So this one's actually my favorite. This is DNG 5572. He is a robot with one like regular robot hand and one like exposed robot. And this is so cool. And guys, these are very bendable. And like they actually got some heft to them, which is kind of neat. Like they're actually like really durable. It's really neat. So this is DNG 5572. This is probably my second favorite one. This is Milan, and she's got like all the crazy arms, crazy hair. Like it's beautiful. And like I cannot imagine trying to do this whole thing like this. And then I will show you my character.
She's very sick looking.
I know. This is my character, Junkyard Jess, done as a pipe cleaner, and I absolutely yeah, this is my original character. So I'm in love with it. So these are just a few of the other ones that we've got done by him. So Oscar, how did you start making these figures? Like what came into your mind, like fuzzy figures? How did that whole thing start out?
I was actually either 6 or 7 years old when this whole thing started. I didn't start off with pipe cleaners at the time. So I started out with actually twist ties for either trash bags or maybe some bread packs or whatever. But they were very tiny at the time.
Wow. See, like, that's insane. Like, how do you make that connection, like twist ties into art? Like, that is so creative.
I think it's just natural. It just came to me just like that. I mean, it was very enjoyable. And even though I didn't get much out of it, but I didn't mind. It was just like a start for me.
That's awesome. So, like, how did you progress then to like pipe cleaners? Like, how did that come about?
One time I was looking at like a box or whatever. I saw a pipe cleaner for the first time. I was like, like it's like my creative mind just hit me just like that. It's like I have no plans for that right now if it's only one strip like that. So I just continue with the twist ties for the time being. Oh. And around 1990, my mom had a pack of pipe cleaners in her closet, and it hit me. It's like, oh, should I or shouldn't I? Should I? It was one of those moments. And then like short after, I why don't you just mess with those pipe cleaners for a little bit. It's like, see what it's like. The first guy I ever made from that was the Cookie Monster. Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, he was actually pretty cool looking. He was like very tiny.
Aww.
And my mom revealed to me where they sell pipe cleaners. Like a couple years later, she told me there was at Frank's Nursery in Cherry Hill when they had that store back in the day.
I remember.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So when the time came, I took the bus to check this place out. So by the time I went to this aisle, I froze. I was like, oh, all these colors and all that stuff. Like I'm taking you.
Right.
Oh, I got plans for you. Yeah, like I got excited.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And like, I can't imagine like your brain just like all the things that I can do. And the really cool thing is pipe cleaners are relatively affordable because like when you get up there with like modeling clay, all this stuff, it gets pretty expensive. So these things are affordable. So that's really great.
Yes, they are.
Awesome.
And I actually found one of my older figurines. It's like over a few years old. It's like a little Spider-Man. Look how that's very tiny.
Look at yeah.
This is over 20 years old. I kept it in storage.
Wow, that is awesome. Thanks for bringing that out. That is super cool.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah, the whole family is right here.
Oh, so like the thing that really gets me about these is there's really great attention to detail in these. Like I could not imagine like how does this whole creative process, like do draw it out first, or do you literally just grab them and start wrapping and go, and your brain just go? Like, how does that process work?
I actually do a little bit of both, like depending on who I make.
Mhm.
And like if it really gets you, you got to draw it out. I mean, I did go to school for illustration and for back in the day.
Oh,
I mean, when I
cool.
was in high school, I mostly focused on my illustration part.
Hmm.
And I didn't do too much of my figurines at the time. By the time I graduated high school, that's when they came out of hiding. So I went to like art school for like, I tried to go in the animation field, but that didn't really work out for me.
Okay.
And then I went to community college for like regular drawing and painting, which is a good experience.
Mm.
And I went to another school for graphic design, which was like back in 2005. And that was like the end point for me. But
Wow.
but my hobby, I kept on going. It's like for a side hobby. Yeah, I mean, it's perfect stress relief.
That's good. That is
It
awesome
just,
that you like kept at it and then you used it to just kind of like ground yourself and like take something you love and like keep running with it. That's really
yes, I
awesome.
did.
Cool.
And
What community college did you go to, by the way?
Camden County College.
Yes, so did I. That's oh
Yeah.
my goodness. I miss New Jersey so much. I really do. Well, only like this much. Only like that
Know
much.
the feeling.
I know. So that's really awesome. And I guess the other question I had was like, you use pipe cleaners, right?
Yes.
So do you use anything else for the bases of the figures and then wrap them around, or is it just like completely pipe cleaners through and through?
And back in the day, it used to be all pipe cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
But I found out when I pull out some of the older ones I have in storage, they were completely unstable. Like the ice fell out and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like I was introduced to new materials. It's like for the movements, for instance, if you keep bending them, they're gonna break.
Mm-hmm.
So for certain ones, I use floral stems, like hard wires. I
Okay.
mostly use them now for characters who carry weapons and stuff like that,
That makes
like for guns, swords, whoever. And later on, the more details started coming in. Like I started using felt, like for eye details.
yes.
So,
Makes sense.
and other than that, the newest part was a glue gun because I needed that very badly because
Yeah.
it kept everything so stable.
Yeah.
And oh, like it, the felt on the other hand, it became so useful now. It's like, oh, for more details and other characters with eyes or metallic features rather.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I was looking at specifically this guy. So, like, I guess this is what you're talking about, like for the wire base that you use.
That's part of it, but I also use other ones too.
Okay, and then I love this detail, this pearl aspect
The
for the
pearl,
mirror,
yeah.
because our character, if you guys at home don't know, our character has a mirror reflective face. So he's
Yes.
a pearl. Like, how creative is that? That's awesome. That's genius to me. So that's really cool. I figured because they do have some weight to them. So I figured I was like,
Yes.
I didn't think they were that heavy, but that makes more sense. So that's awesome.
Mm.
And so I see that you're still trying to do commissions and stuff. So how
Yes.
long does that take? Like, let's say someone commissions you. How long does that normally take for the turnaround?
Well, let me say, if I have the character already, I'm just ship that out, make sure everything is stable so I can before I send it out. Now, if I don't have it, like I just start making them either right away whenever I get the opportunity.
Cool.
And sometimes it takes longer if they ask for more than one character.
That's
So
it.
that pretty much happened before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And speaking of characters with details, they look like this now with the felt.
Look at them. Oh my goodness. It has come such a long way. And see, that's the cool part is when you work at something, you start from the beginning and you keep at it, you learn so many new things down the way. So it's really cool that you have taken something, stuck with it, and then found some new cool stuff. That's really awesome. And I like the weapons aspect, by the way. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
That is really cool. None of my God, and I don't think any of these characters have weapons because it was more geared toward children.
I made
So
another one that has a weapon, and he's a scary one too. Oh,
oh yeah, that's Leatherface. I
yes,
love
it is.
that. That is neat. See, oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
when I usually sell scary ones are usually the top sellers because
Mhm.
like we don't see that stuff out in markets or whatever. I mean you do, but not in exactly in that certain ways.
Mhm.
And they don't last long at all for sales, that is.
Yeah, and then you have some that you already have made and that you sell. You do have an Etsy page, right? I think I saw.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, we'll definitely put that in the description below because you have stuff
Okay.
that's like pretty much already made that you can just already purchase and then you do commissions too, right?
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. Because I saw some dinosaurs on there. I was like, oh, my son would love those dinosaurs.
Oh, like back in the early days when I did the twist ties, yeah, dinosaurs was mostly what I made because I grew up with them.
Oh,
So like they changed over the years with the details. It's like I'm impressed with them now.
yeah. I mean, this takes a lot of skill. I could not sit here like because I can get a vision in my mind, but there's no way I can take a pipe cleaner and make anything out of it besides a stick figure. Like it's not going to happen. So that takes a lot of detail, a lot of vision.
Yes.
I'm so impressed with it.
I mean, yeah, it's basically like sculpting, but you're using pipe cleaners, but you just got to be very clever in how you do that.
Yeah, I can't imagine. It's probably not
And
easy.
when I Google like other like materials or whatever, or who else does this, and yeah, I mean, there are other pipe cleaner artists out there too.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by their work or what they do.
Yeah, but you've
And
been doing
I even end up like buying some of their stuff, like just for the heck of it.
yeah, I
I
mean,
got one of them right
you've
here.
been doing it for years. I mean, you've been doing this
I got
since
yeah, I got one of them right here. A friend
oh,
of mine made this. It's like a head.
cute.
She makes dogs.
That's cute. Oh my goodness, the little fuzzy face. Oh, that's adorable. And that's really nice that you do support other artists that are in the same genre as you. You don't see it as a threat. You don't see it as competitive, but you're supportive.
Yeah,
That's super awesome.
because if I see something like if they try to compete or whatever, that's just a sign of disrespect.
There you go. See, not only
But
a
yeah,
great creator, but also a nice guy. See, that's awesome. So, like, what are some of the favorite pieces that you have made over years? And like, what are like looking back, what are probably like one of the most challenging that you've done that like it's just taken you a while? It was a hard concept to grasp. Like, what were some of your
every
favorite
time like I ask myself that, it's like, is it really going to be a challenge for me? And by the time you're in the process of making it, it doesn't become a challenge anymore. I
Hmm.
mean, I do have a couple of them right now I can show you,
Awesome.
and they probably ask me is like, how can you make somebody like that because of his details?
Yeah.
You got Pinhead right there. Get the
Wow.
needles on it. How can you put the needles on him like that?
Yeah.
Now, I got a big one right here.
Mhm.
Oh, this will blow your mind. Oh,
I
oh,
love that. I love that so much. Oh my goodness.
this took me 6 hours to make.
That's it.
Yeah,
That
that
wow.
was a long time because he has like all these details, and he's huge.
6 hours. Like I can't. No. Like
Now,
no.
for the
That
rest of them,
that
it
blows
takes.
my mind. Like I could not in 6 hours. That would probably take me like 6 months. And it would come out like garbage. So like I'm very impressed with that.
Well, let's see. I mean, for the rest of them, I mean, back in the day, it took me like a half hour at least to make them. But since I started using new details, they take a little bit longer, at least 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
But like depends on who you make. I mean,
Mhm.
characters like Pikachu or Angry Birds, yeah, or Kirby, they don't take long at all
Oh
because they
yeah.
don't require too much detail and they're just adorable.
Yeah, they're adorable and they're nice and round. So it's like, yeah, that's awesome. So I was reading on your Facebook page, once these are created, you actually had the idea to not only use them as figures, but to use them as like ornaments. Like that's a great idea. How
Yes.
did you come up with that idea?
For now, it's my latest project because of the holidays and all. So around this time, that's when I started making my Christmas ornaments. And before like we went on the air here, yeah, I was making one of them.
Oh, that's awesome. So like is that something that you make them into ornaments so you'll add the little hook, or is it something that like you send them and say like you kind of assemble it how you want it, or is it something it's already pre-made as an ornament?
Well, sometimes I'll put like a little candy cane pipe cleaner for a hook. But it's like when I did that,
Yeah.
one of the customers didn't want it, so I just cut it off and just
Mhm.
send it.
Yeah.
And I just buy like regular Christmas hooks so I can just like put it with them whenever somebody buys one.
See, that's really awesome. And I never thought of it that way because they like I'm serious guys. Like these are bendable. These are like posable and everything. And then literally just
Just
stick
it.
a hook on this and hang it on the tree or a wreath. Like now okay. Now I really want like a wreath with like a bunch of the fuzzy figures on it. That would be so hot. There, that's another idea. There you go. Offer a wreath. There you go.
I
Um,
made some wreaths. I made some wreaths as well.
Really? See, that's
Yeah.
awesome. And the holidays are coming, everybody. So if you are in need of any cool pipe cleaner figures, take a look. Um, and so I need to discuss this. We need to bring it up.
Okay.
So nowadays I know them as pipe cleaners, right? That is what I grew up knowing. But what is this Chanel stick, Chanel staff? Like, what is this going on? Like, when did
Chenille
it
stems.
change? Yeah,
Chenille
Chanel
stems.
stems. What is that?
Well, I guess that's just another name of pipe cleaners. I mean, for pipe cleaners, you could probably think of like the actual ones to clean pipes for smoking.
Exactly.
but like
Yeah.
I guess they just name anyway because they have the same substance and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
I mean, because I
for
work,
Chenille, for Chenille stamps, I guess that's just another way of putting it. That's related to arts and crafts.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, because I work with
Yeah.
kids. I work with, kids under 5 years old. And we are almost required to say Chanel sticks and can't say pipe cleaners because it connotates smoking and relates to nicotine. And we don't want to, introduce that to children. I'm like, kids don't know. I said, I grew up calling it a pipe cleaner and I'm okay. I
Yes.
promise you. So it's
Why
like,
is like that's beyond? Why is like that's beyond me? I mean, they're gonna call it pipe cleaners one way or another.
I know. So it's like I will still call it a pipe cleaner on purpose. And they're like, "You mean a Chanel stick?" I was like, "No, I mean a pipe cleaner." Like I don't know who this Chanel lady is and naming in a Chanel stick staff, whatever. I'm calling it a pipe cleaner, but it's just funny to see how the times change and whatnot.
Yeah. Now another character that I made like that's actually my favorite is Mega Man.
Look at him. Oh my
For
goodness.
this one, I made him green because if you think about in the video games, when he takes the powers of his enemies, yeah, he changes color.
That's awesome. That's smart. And then, so I know that my son, when he first met you, he met you at like a flea market or something. Like, do you still have a setup or anything at a flea market?
What flea market is this?
I
If
don't
it-
know. Like I said, it was years ago. I think he said it was like maybe Berlin auction or something. I don't know.
hmm. Was it an indoor event or something?
Maybe it wasn't a flea market, he said, but do you have a table or anything? Do you sell these mainly online?
I do them both. I mean, I usually do like craft shows and all that stuff,
Craft show.
but my
That's
my
nice.
whole season got canceled because of this whole pandemic that's happening right now.
That's what I was
So,
gonna ask. Yeah, because it was probably a craft show that he went to. He says flea market just because, that's my son. Um, but yeah, so that it unfortunately it has impacted you. That's unfortunate. I was gonna ask that. Like if so you can't do any crafts, so you're mainly relying on the online right
yeah, I mean, I don't want to like go out there and just like don't fall into that stuff. I mean,
now.
it's better safe than sorry.
Yeah, that is
And
very true. Yeah,
and it's just not worth it. And other than that, it gave me more time to restock on my guys because some of them go out very quickly,
yeah.
and it's sometimes it could be a little bit of a pain,
Mm,
like when I put some of these guys out because you never know who they're gonna ask for.
that's true.
I mean, I got a lot of these things already, and they want something else like on the other side. It's like
That's true. Well,
the downside of making these guys is there's just too many characters out there. I mean, I can't make them all. There's
right,
billions of them.
exactly. I know. Yeah, it's better to just make them, I guess, as they come in and as interest shows. I mean, because have you made? I'm just curious. Have you made any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I think
I
I was.
only have one remaining.
Oh,
It's Leonardo.
oh, cool. See, I was curious because they would look really cool as a fuzzy figure. So
But I did make another one here.
Mhm.
I don't know if you're familiar with this guy on the skateboard.
Yes, yes. I cannot think of his name right now, but yes, and
It's
that is
Mondo Gecko.
Mondo Gecko. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
it is. Oh my goodness. Um,
Oh,
I can't.
here's definitely like this one. Ooh, Krang.
And you're selling Krang?
If I want to sell him, I mean, I made him last week rather, and I put a little plastic sheet because yeah, I mean, he has a feature. So
Um,
this is the first time I ever made somebody like this.
if you're considering selling it, like I'm legitimately about to talk to you about this after the show, and I'm
Okay.
to buy that off you because that is really awesome. We're a Krang house, so I might have to, if you're selling it, I might have to keep that a secret for my husband. Like a little Christmas gift later. So that's cool. All right. So some of your work is inspired by like pop culture, geek culture, all that stuff. What kind of stuff are you into as far as like pop culture, geek culture, and toys? Of course. Do you like collect any toys or anything? Because
I still have leftover toys. Yeah, I
awesome.
like I have left. I have like they're in my closet like Legos or Godzilla creatures or uh, and even speaking of Legos, I started using them for my work here. They
Really?
came in handy for something in particular.
Oh wow, that's neat.
Yeah, take a look. Ooh, I use their wheels to make Mario Kart characters. You see,
I'm
Pac-Man's one of them.
I'm
And,
speechless.
and I use different type of wheels for Mario to give him a motorcycle. This next one's gonna shock you.
I love these. I
When
love
did you see a xenomorph in racing? Oh,
that is so cool.
ah.
I'm shocked. See, like I never even thought to add the whole vehicle aspect to it. Like I really like the Mondo Gecko on the skateboard, but
That's a good one.
that is a
Yeah,
really
I got the skateboard material from Party City because they had like those little
oh yeah,
keychains.
the little oh yeah.
So like it hit me right away. It's like you got to bring out Mondo Gecko. So I brought like at least 5 of them.
Oh my goodness. See, and it's literally not just figures. Now you've got accessories. Like that is so cool.
Yes, it's like my accessories and stuff is growing. Is like the felt, all that stuff. Even I started using beads for like make a little green aliens.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and one of the green aliens is on my Etsy page.
oh awesome. So
Yeah,
yeah, guys, I'm definitely gonna put up the Facebook page, the Etsy page, and
even I even made the alien. I even made the alien as a Christmas ornament rather because he's holding a box with Santa hat and everything.
that's genius. That is so cute.
Because
And
I put him on I put a picture of him already and somebody quickly went for him. It's like damn.
yeah, it's and I'm sure. And like plus you can get any character you want and just like throw a little Christmas hat on it or
Yes.
like whatever. Oh my goodness. Put a little present. Oh my goodness.
When it comes to making these guys, like I start with their head first. It's like I got one on standby, which is Bugs Bunny right here.
Oh, look at you, guys. So cute.
And I mean, like back then when I was making these guys, it's like I just did the body directly instead of using the head. But I started using the head first because they look better with more detail. And putting more details. And for the body, it doesn't take long to form it.
That's awesome. I really like the fact that you have like a half done one. So now we can like kind of see into the process and starting with the head. That's a really good tip.
Yes.
Awesome. So guys, if you ever need anything, these are super cute. They're super fuzzy. They give you the warm and fuzzies when you see them. They are so adorable. So please, please check out his stuff and get some of the stuff, commission something, please. So Oscar, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a really great interview, and hopefully we can send some commissions your way, and we will definitely talk about that Krang piece.
Okay. So, well, thank you for having me.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Definitely.
You're gonna know what I was making. I was making Bruce.
Aw, shark, fisher friends, not food, Bruce. I love it.
The thing is, like, I started seeing somebody like for a few months, and she got me hooked on sharks because she's a big shark fanatic.
Awesome.
And
that's so cool.
Like, why not? I mean, even in response, I made these guys along with the street sharks. I don't know if you remember those guys.
I do. I love street sharks. They were so cool looking. I almost bought one the other day. Oh my goodness.
Like these guys are too big. It's like, damn.
I know.
So let me see if I can pull one of them out for you. Here's one of them.
They are so big and they're so chunky. Oh my goodness. I literally almost bought a street shark yesterday. We went to it was a flea market down here in North Carolina. And
the other one.
Yeah, oh my goodness. I love them. I think they're so awesome. So yeah.
I remember their cartoon is like, because they got on YouTube. It's like, this is ridiculous.
I know. Oh my goodness.
They're like, the music they play is like, this is happy hour music they're playing.
I know, right? Oh my goodness.
And this is another Christmas ornament I have. It's Cubone, but I gave him a Rudolph skull. It's like this guy took down Rudolph and took his skull for his prize. It's like, damn, that's a crazy Pokemon.
I love that. That is so, you are so creative. Like I could not even think of half these things. Like I said, it would literally be a stick person, like with stick fingers. Like it would.
For me, it was like that for me back in the day. I just kept on going, and even though I went to school for graphic design, like back in 2005, and they wanted to make my own website, like an online portfolio, but like I was mostly focused on my work here, so I made a website for them.
Oh yeah.
Like basically, it was like it took my business to a next level or something. And I don't have my website up anymore.
2 turtle shelves and a transformer shelf over here, but other than that, it's literally all masters. So that's mainly what my husband collects. He is.
Because I have one of them here.
You have a master? Look at the skeleton! Oh my goodness! That is cool. What did you use for his face? Is that pipe cleaner or is it plastic? Or is it?
It's actually a plastic skull.
That's awesome. See, that's smart.
I usually, it's like a Hobby Lobby or Michael's, like they have plastic skulls. It's like for skeletons, for Halloween purposes. So I bought like a few of them, and I use it for like Skeletor, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, or the Grim Reaper, or maybe perhaps Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, that would be a cool one, especially since I think they're coming out with a new Ghost Rider live action soon on Netflix. I think. I want to say.
I'm thinking, didn't they do that already? because they did it with the Agents of Shield, but he was in a car instead of a motorcycle.
Yeah, I think he's getting his own show though. I think he's getting like his specific show, and I forget who they were talking about doing. My husband was talking about the other day. He's like all up on the like the new shows that are coming out. I don't remember, but yeah, Ghost Rider is a really good idea.
I even made Transformers too.
Wow.
Here's one of them. Hold on, let me bring it out.
Look it. That is awesome. Wow.
I'm thinking of my brother because I have a twin brother and he's a big.
Now we need a new milestone. So I was thinking at probably 125 subscribers, we can give you a tour of one room in the house. Now, mind you, every room has something toy related in it. So we can either do this room and you can see the full He-Man room. We can do my husband's office, which has a bunch of stuff in it. We can show you downstairs that has a bunch of Muscles, Imaginax, like 3-year-old just cool toys also. We can show you our game room that has a bunch of video games and board games in it, or we can show you our kitchen. Like again, I could pretty much show you any room in this house, and it can be your choosing. We can do like a fan request probably. So 125 subscribers, you get a tour of the toys in the house in one room. So keep liking and subscribing. Thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye.